Hello, good morning and welcome to Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Varun Hirimath, and along with me, Karanya Rao.
Okay, let's also turn to some headlines and developments with respect to COVID pandemic. Global cases near 14 million mark. COVID cases in India have breached the 10 lakh mark. India's recovery rate climbs to 63.24%. Meanwhile, Odisha imposes a 14-day lockdown in 5 districts. Medicap, IIT Madras have developed a portable COVID care facility in the meantime. You also have Punjab capping treatment for COVID-19. Over 6.8 lakh Indians have returned to the country via Vande Bharat. India is looking to restart international flights to the US and France. 55 Air India pilots test COVID positive. And lastly, China is looking to reopen cinemas next week.
Okay, let's turn to the markets for a little bit. The Nifty is up 0.66% and now crossed 10,800 at 10,811. So that's a good breakthrough for us this morning. The next 50 is up 0.93%. The Midcap Index also outperforming this morning, up 1.29%. The Auto Index equally fervent at 1.29%. And then you have the Bank Index as well, holding up mildly in the green, up 0.34%. So let's take a look at some of the winners over here from the pack. We have a BPCL on the back of that ET Now exclusive, which Ajay broke. Privatization or divestment, whatever you want to call it. That stock up a massive 6% and it's just rallied from yesterday from when this news came out. You have an Infratel up 5%, you have a JSW Steel up 3.6%, a Tata Steel up 3.44%. So two steel twins from prominent families this morning leading the charge. You have an ONGC as well at 78, up 3.22%. Brett seems to be in favor, 39 advances. So that's looking quite good this morning. Let's bring on our guests to decode the market further. Good morning, Kunal. Welcome to the show. Some stock or another, one big name every day, along with a whole host of others from the broader market, seems to be keeping the Nifty afloat and, leading the charge in a time where RIL is taking a bit of a backseat. So what's the market looking like to you this morning, and any pockets that are looking interesting?
So yes, good morning Varun, good morning Karanya and everyone. I believe it's a good texture of the markets which you've seen last 2-3 days. Yes, there have been, that one point which you mentioned very clearly, that, stance of Reliance, which has not participated in the last 2-3 days. You have other candidates and other large cap names which are emerging and trying to take the markets up higher. But then I think it has to be a combination of a lot of factors. So one has to understand that look at Indian markets in the context of what's happening across the globe. So the global markets like Dow Jones, Nasdaq, they've stalled the rally. Now many of these indices like Nasdaq, etc., they have not dropped back more than 5-6% from their swing highs. And by swing highs, I mean the 1 week highs in that regards. And looking at our market internals as well, you have the Nifty IT index which is doing well. You have the FMCG stocks which are doing extremely well. You have the pharma index which is doing extremely well. So these are the defensive set of stocks which are looking extremely well. Now, if the markets were, generally we say that if the market rally is more broad-based, then there is more strength to the rally. And, if it's very, very narrow, then we believe that the markets are into a very fragile kind of mode. So till the time when Reliance was participating, it was a very fragile kind of a rally because it was led by very few large cap names. But just in the last 2-3 days, there have been new additions of large caps which are trying to participate. If this trend continues, if the large cap names tend to keep on participating, then it's possible that the Nifty may consolidate, but the consolidation will also be with a very positive bias on the upside. So one has to hold on to long positions, but again, keep a watch on all of these factors. I think accumulation of a lot of these factors could probably decide the next leg of trend. The support, in terms of support, 10,700 is now, I believe, a very credible and a short-term key support for the Nifty on spot levels.
For long-term wealth creation, Vikas, hi, morning. What are your picks?
Good morning, Karanya. Actually, I could not listen to what you were asking, and I could only listen to the last part of it when you asked me about the long-term picks. So if it's only the long-term picks, I'll just talk about that. The two stocks which I would like to recommend today to investors from a long-term point of view, the first one would be EID Parry. This is one stock which I like, and I've been recommending this stock since quite lower levels, and from there it has already seen good upside. But I feel even from these levels in the next, say, 9 to 12 months, we could see substantial upside. It's a Murugappa Group company, which is primarily into sugar and nutraceuticals. But the main trigger here would be the 60%, close to 60% holding which this company owns in Coromandel International, which is a very excellent fertilizer company, and which has seen its stock price run up in recent days. The market value of the holding of EID Parry in Coromandel International would work out to close to 13,500 crores at today's market price, whereas the entire market cap of EID Parry is around only 5,000 crores. So there is a huge discount at which this stock is available, and I'm pretty bullish on the agri theme. So I like EID Parry to be bought at the current levels of around 295, and my targets in a year's time would be 375 rupees on the stock. The second stock which I would like to recommend would be an IT company, a mid-cap IT company by the name of Nucleus Software. This company is primarily into credit risk management and financial intelligence and caters to the BFSI sector. It's again a quality company with pretty solid balance sheet. The return ratios are good, the margins are good, and the best part is the stock is available at a pretty attractive valuation. It's just about 9 times its FY20 earnings, which is pretty low when you compare it with the kind of growth which the company has been delivering year on year over the last 5 years. So I'm bullish on the stock from the current levels of around 285, and my targets in a year's time would be 350 rupees on the stock.
All right, Vikas, thanks for that. So you're quite upbeat on an EID Parry and a Nucleus Software. Let's get our queries now going. We have the first one from Arjun Kumar from Mumbai, and he needs a long-term view on HDFC Life, and he wants to know if he should buy at the current prices. So Kunal, let's bring you on board first. Current prices for HDFC, looking a bit of a good entry point to you, or perhaps a little too expensive right now?
HDFC Life? I heard HDFC Life, I think.
Yeah, HDFC Life.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant chart, Varun, and I think the resurgence the stock has seen, I'll particularly use the word resurgence, the stock has seen in the last 3 months is nothing short of spectacular. From those 400-ish kind of levels, the stock is now at a 50% high, so it's almost at 600 plus at current juncture. It's given breakout on a lot of medium to long term kind of is a bit limited. It's only maybe restricted to 2.5.
All right, Kunal, thanks for that. Vikas, how do you see the fundamentals of HDFC Life? Of course, Kunal has given a view about the stock's technical prospects, but given the entire insurance space, especially life insurance, how do you see HDFC benefit from a growth in the industry?
Well, Karunya, again, a pretty solid stock, a great company operating in a sector which is highly underpenetrated. I'm bullish on the entire life insurance sector. I've been recommending all the 3 stocks which are listed from the space, namely HDFC Life, SBI Life, and ICICI Pru Life. And among these, HDFC Life stands out because it's a pretty strong management, a very strong pedigree. And with the kind of returns all other group stocks from the HDFC stable have delivered over a longer period of time, I see no reason why we should not be getting substantial returns from this stock as well. And it's in a sector which is highly underpenetrated, and I see tremendous opportunities for the life insurance sector going forward. So I would recommend a buy at the current levels, or buying it in a staggered manner. Every fall should be used to add to your investments. And I think in a year's time, we could see levels of 750 rupees on the stock.
Vikas, thanks for that. Let's also quickly take a glance at the buzzing stocks on the BNSN stock cloud, the ones that you need to focus on in today's trading session. First up, we'd like to start with Infratel, the top gainer on the Nifty 50 index, witnessing a very stellar up move as we speak. The stock is up more than 5%. You also have a Tata Steel. In fact, the entire metals pack is really soaring in trade, and Tata Steel, biggest heavyweight there is within the Nifty Metal Index. You have that one as well reacting quite sharply to that. In fact, on the metal space, you also have a Hindcopper and SAIL, which are buzzing away in trade. HCL Technologies, of course, a stock to watch out for. They delivered a very robust set of numbers, good commentary as well. So the stock is giving it a thumbs up. The street is giving it a thumbs up as we speak. L&T Finance, another earnings candidate that's in focus. L&T Technology as well handed in their report card for Q1 last evening. The stock, of course, is the street is punishing the stock as we speak, but definitely one to watch out for. On the flip side, you have some buzzers like Bosch, Ashok Leyland from the auto pack, which are pulling the index up in trade. And lastly, there's a Britannia to watch out for. We're awaiting the numbers. It's likely to be a strong quarter for the company, so let's see how that turns out. So these are the stocks to watch out for in trade today.